Hello, welcome to another edition of the Michigan Conservative Roundtable, where like the five, but there's only three of us, and without Dana Perino. Today, you're going to get another Marty monologue, where we have just the right amount of alliteration, and we're going to talk about God, or that is, I'm going to talk about God. Specifically, I'm going to give you advice on how to point out to our secular friends that, talking about God doesn't pigeonhole us. It doesn't just put us back in a corner where we can be labeled as religious and then our opinions don't matter and our opinions don't have to count in the political process. And it all begins with the fact that we know God exists by reason. The knowledge that there is a God of some sort is a philosophic and not a theological conclusion. It's provable by reason. I won't get into the reasons right now, but the existence of God is provable by reason. We can also conclude that this God would be good. The very act of creating is a good thing. You don't make something if it's not good. You don't make a chair if it's not good to sit down. You don't make a TV if it's not good to watch, or internet if it's not a good thing to watch things like this. So we know philosophically that a God exists. Something must have created something. This all must have started somewhere. And we know also by inference that this God is good. I'll even take it a step further and tell you that I'm willing to argue that the human soul is eternal and that bit of knowledge is also knowable by reason. Is it really rational to conclude that a self-aware being, billions and billions of times in human history, self-aware beings came about by accident? I don't think so. And then when you add in the fact that all these self-aware beings are their own individual human beings with their own DNA and so on and so forth, yet they still come out to be self-aware, they still come out to being the rational animal that Aristotle used to talk about all the time. No, my friends, this sort of thing, no, it simply doesn't make sense that a self-aware, thinking, independent being would ever go out of existence. So yes, once created, and the soul does have to be created like everything else, but once created, the soul is eternal, and this is a philosophical truth and not a theological truth tied down to any particular religion. So, right there in a nutshell, we've proven God exists by reason. We demonstrate that God exists by reason. We demonstrate that our eternity can be inferred from reason. So don't let our progressive friends pigeonhole you into some little cubby that they like so that, oh yes, there they are, and it's all well and good for them to believe what they believe, but we know it's not really useful in societal discourse. I'm no friend of Mayor Pete, one of the guys running for president on the Democratic side, but I will give him props for at least trying to bring religion into the political discussion. And I will make note that even Mayor Pete's allegations are really based on philosophy and not on theology either. So we get to talk about God in the public square because God exists as a philosophic reality, not merely a theological reality, which our political friends who don't agree with us can simply dismiss. That's your Marty monologue for today. As always, please feel free to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And as we always say at the Michigan Conservative Roundtable, be six. Well, be six. Ha! Be safe. Watch your six. And don't tread on me.